Hey guys, this is Aziz and it is Tech Time, and today we are going to be doing a program for Hello World in Java using the IDE for the Eclipse IDE. And this is just our preference of IDE. You could use a different one like NetBeans. So we're going to go ahead and open the Eclipse IDE, and right away when you open it, it will ask you for selecting your workspace where you're going to be saving your files. I'm fine with this location, but you can go ahead and change it by pressing browse. I'm fine with this one, so I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And just a note, I have made a video online on my YouTube channel regarding the Eclipse IDE and where you could find it and how you can download it and install it. If you still need some help, please let me know and I will help you. So right when you open it, it will show up like this. What we're going to do is go ahead and go to File, and then go to New, and then you want a Java project. So click on Java project, and right when you see Java project, just enter in the project name. This is the only thing that you need in order to finish. Everything else is defaulted for you. So today we're going to name it Hello World. So since you entered this information, you can go ahead and finish. You don't need to press next, but you could. There is no information in there that's necessary for you to change. Everything else looks good. Finish. So right when you finish it, there is a little box in here that says Package Explorer and shows you all your packages. So double click this one. This is your Hello World project. This is how you know it is open. The folder looks open and it says J on it. You can close it by right clicking on it and closing it from the settings right here. But we don't need to close it. This is the close option, just if you're wondering, but we don't need to close it. So go to source. This is your source, and right click on it and add new class. This is what we're going to need to add in order to display Hello World. So click on class, and in class it will tell you where your source folder will be. So that's where your files will be inside. And the name of the class, we're going to call it main. The reason I call it main is because main is the main area the project starts executing code in. So it happens with C++ and C# and every other language, so it makes sense to add it in here as well. One of the other things that you're going to need to add is public static void main. Main, the file name is just main, the class name is main, but you actually need the method name inside in order to execute any kind of code. So this is just a convenience kind of thing from Eclipse as an option, so it can add the code for you, but you can add it yourself as well. So click this, check it, public static void main string args, and press finish. Once you press finish, it will show you this piece of code. Now the styling may be different, where you see the brackets on here or the brackets on here, and that would be fine. It's just my style to run it this way, and I'm just formatting it by clicking on source and going to format, and I'm using the shortcut Control-Shift-F to format my code. If you need help with formatting, please let me know and I will be able to help you. This is just a comment telling you, hey, add some code, we don't need it in here, we're fine with that. Once you've added your class, if you click this arrow, you will see that you have the class main and the method inside, but don't worry about that for now. Just add the class, and here's the information that you're going to need to worry about. So the code starts executing from inside here between these two brackets. Everything in between will be executed. So what do we want to display? We want to display the word hello. In C++, you can do cout and then say hello world, right? And then you have to add a bracket in the end. In Java, you can do that. As a matter of fact, it tells you cout cannot be resolved as to a variable or anything. It's wrong. It adds a red squirrely mark under it. So what we're going to do instead is use system, just like you do in C++ where you type system and then add pause inside. So you call system and press dot. You may have to wait a second for the dot to appear all this information right in front of you, but go ahead and wait for it and it'll show up. Then you're gonna type out, which is a print system or print stream, as you do in C++. This is gonna help you print things. Then you press dot again, and after this dot, if something doesn't show up, press Control space, but something should right when you type print, and here we have print. We have a couple of methods right here that we could use. There's print that takes a string, there's print that takes a character, there's print line that takes a string. There's a lot of them. So I'm going to start with this example, print, and then open the parentheses. It will complete them for you as you open the parentheses. Then type with double quotes, hello world, and at the end of it put a semicolon. I believe that's what it's called. Then go ahead and start this program. How do you start this program and see your results? Is by going to this little green icon here that says run. Press it and you will see your results right here. Hello world is showing up here. Now notice something. If we go and press the right arrow all the way till the end, we don't go to the next line. So I am very good with paragraphs and I'm very iffy about it, so I'm just going to add a period right there, but you don't have to. It will print exactly what's between these double quotes. Everything you put inside, it will display it. So the next thing we're going to try to do is I'm going to try to print another line, system.out.print, and say how are you, and then we're going to end it right there. So it should print hello world and how are you on 2 lines, correct? Maybe not. We're gonna press run, and in this case it didn't. It added both of them in 1 line. We don't want that behavior. We wanted to add a end of line in between them. So what we could do is there's 2 options. You could add /n, and when you run it again it will do that for you. But /n is not a really good option. It's not a good thing to add all the time. /n is only in Windows, but in Mac it may not work, where you have to do /r/n or /n/r, and it's a little bit iffy. What you need to do is enter, and then enter again to separate the 2 of them, and then we're going to type system.out.print again, and then press Control and space together, and then you're going to see these options. So in these options right here, there is print line. I wonder what this does. So I'm gonna press it, and I'm not gonna put anything inside it actually. I'm just gonna put the parentheses like this. What this will do is execute the method, but without any string coming to it. So the print ln stands for line. What it will do is put this line in between them so they are separated. So let's go ahead and run our code. Press run, and here it is. Here is our code. We could also change our print in here to say print ln, and that's it. That's all we need to do. And same thing with this one, print and print ln. You can change it, but for now I'm gonna leave it as a lesson for you to learn from. So let's run it again, and before we run it, go to the right, far right from how are you, and if you keep pressing the right arrow, you won't go to the end of line. So now run the program again and click before the question mark, then go to the right, and you see that you can go to the next line. So here's a good way of seeing what your code is doing. You can go ahead to the left of these numbers in this white line and double click it until you see this blue icon right here. You could also do it another way, I believe, by right clicking and then adding a point in there, but I'm not sure how Eclipse does it. It has a lot of options, so it's kind of difficult to find these kind of things, but just double clicking it would be fine there. So now how do we debug our code? If I press this, it won't stop there. The code won't stop there. So we have to go on this little spider, and it says debug, and click it. So what happens is once it hits your code, it will tell you, hey, can I do this? Yes, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and remember my decisions. Yes, and it's gonna go to this code, and you can see there's an arrow right there telling you that you're at this line of code. So don't worry, your program is not frozen and nothing happened. It's just at this line and waiting for you to give it an instruction. The instructions are coming from these two arrows, F5 and F6. F5 goes deep inside the code and you don't really want to do that yet. You can go on step over F6. So we're going to go ahead and press it. What it should do is print hello world. So go ahead and press it, step over. Here's hello world. And now notice, if I click on hello world and then go far to the right, I can't go to the next line. Now I'm going to press step over again. And this one is going to insert a new line. So I'm going to go back to the start and then I'm going to go to the right. And then now I can go to the next line. Now I can print my code here and then go ahead and press the F6, step over, and then it prints my next code and then end of line, and then it will get out of the code and you'll see this, but you don't have to worry about this. And you can go ahead and resume with F8 and it will finish to the end, or press this button that says terminate. So now you're stuck at this view. How do you go back to your old view where you had the package explorer? On the far right in the top, there's debug and there's Java. Debug is the debug view where it shows you more information about your current running code. Java is more about writing your code without running it. So with this being said, what we're going to be printing with this is this will print, and remember that 2 slashes mean a comma. I believe these are called forward slashes, but I'm not very good with that. Hello world, and then how are you? This is what it's going to be doing. In reality, what happens is hello world /n, and then how are you /n again, and then nothing in here. So that's what's gonna happen with this program. It's very simple. It's just a hello world program and how are you. This is very similar to the C++ code that I've written before. There is no system pause in this case. You can just run your program as many times as you'd like, and once it's done it will show you the results here, so you don't have to worry about that. There is a pause with the period that you add in here. So to fix that, you can go to Window, Preferences right here, click it, and then you can go to Java, and then Editor, and then Content Assist, and under Auto Activation, delay, it will say 200 millisecond here. You can make it 0, so it will open up your suggestions right away, and press OK. And don't forget that when you add this dot, you can press Control space and it will show you results. And if it already shows you result, don't press Control space because it will go away. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up, and this is the end of your Hello World program tutorial. Go ahead and disable this period by double clicking on it. That is for the debugging. You don't have to worry about that if you're not debugging. And please go ahead and ask me any questions, like and subscribe to my videos, and I will try my hardest to go to the next tutorial and put this code under our website indiedevelopment.co along with the solution. Thank you for watching and have a good day.